guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're gonna be taking a look at the update, or once again the rarest cars at this current point in time in Forza Horizon 5. I tend to do this about every week or every other week depending on when I have the time or when things change. Now I know I technically shouldn't have to, but I prefaced with this last video and it still wasn't enough, so I'm gonna go a little more in depth this video. We're not gonna be including any DLC cars. In fact, there's two that I'm thinking of. The first, they're both Fords, but the first is the Ford GTOPI edition. We're not going to be including this car because in order to get it, you had to order nail polish. So yes, it is the rarest car in the game, tied not only with that one, but there's the Ford 5-window Deluxe, which we have right here. And to get this DLC car, you had to purchase a special controller. So although these are the two rarest cars in the game, I'm not going to include them because they're never going to change away from the rarest cars. And they're not rare due to the market in Forza or people choosing to buy them or not. They were rare because of external factors, so that's why I'm not including them in today's video. Now quickly before we jump into the video, we do have a word from the sponsor that's about 30 seconds long, but if you don't want to hear it, go ahead and skip 30 seconds past this point. If you guys are looking for a safe, secure, modded account, go ahead and check out MitchCactus.com, and if you do decide to purchase anything, make sure you're using code RISEN for 5% off all your purchases. They do offer anywhere from coin packages to your existing Forza account, so if you don't want to go ahead and start a new account because you already have progress on your existing one, that's okay. They can add as much as you would like to your existing account depending on the package you buy. They have thousands of Trustpilot reviews, so if you're interested, go ahead and check out MitchCactus.com. And anyways, boys, if that's not for you, no worries if you don't want to get your hands on all the rare cars in the game. That way you can still do it legit. But let's dive into our number 3 spot, as we have 3 to count down here. And the first rare one, I actually got super lucky and was just able to find one on the auction house, so you guys might be able to as well, but I don't see this car pop up very often because as you can see, it has a very low price. It's the Ferrari 575M, as it shows up in the auction house right here on screen, and this car was released for Ferraris, I believe, only once or twice into the game. And if we go and see what it sells for in the auction house, it has an extremely low buyout price. You can either change it to 138 or 231,000, which is ridiculously low, and this reason is why you never see it show up on the auction house. I got incredibly lucky in order to purchase one, but if you don't know, lots of people in this game use this car to make a profit if they've hit legendary tuner or painter status. So although it's only been released into the game 1 or 2 times, it is not as rare because it was fairly recently, and people don't want this car for its performance. It's not incredibly fast, it's not a good drift car, but in fact it is just only rare for the fact that it can only be sold for low 6 figures at that, and as well as the quantity of them surfing around. They did do a Ferrari month, and that's when this released, so a lot of people did get their hands on it, but other than those original people who got their hands on it, you can no longer get it. But worry not, if you aren't as lucky as me able to find one in the auction house, this car is surely going to release again sometime soon. Forza tends to release a lot of cars around the holiday season that were considered rare. But anyways, this is number 3 for today. Let's hop into the number 2 position. And at number 2 here, we also have another Ferrari. You'll notice themes throughout these videos. There were 2 Hondas last time, there's 2 Ferraris this time, and it's the Cali T. Believe it or not, these were released generally around the same time. However, this one was a little trickier to get and not as many people got it. I'm going to show it off here in just a second. I don't know exactly what it sells for, but generally when a car is considered rare, it does hold a lower price point. But we're going to go ahead and take a peek here, and it's 10.2 million, which is a good price point. However, this should be a car that's 20 million, so chances are people are waiting for that price to rise on this car, but it's not going to, because if the price doesn't hit 20 million right after the car's release and immediately when it starts getting rare, that's generally a safe sign that Forza's gone ahead and locked that price, which is something dumb that Forza does. If you don't know by now or you're new to the channel, they lock prices of certain cars to fix the auction house, because auction sniping and profiting off the auction house was a big problem within Forza Horizon 4, so this is their way of trying to fix that within Forza Horizon 5. It's a solution that no one really asked for. But anyways, a cool thing about this car is the drop top convertible that it has on it. I don't know, I don't think it's incredibly special. If you ask me, it doesn't even drop down all the way, but that's not one of the things that make it rare. essentially it's only rare for the fact that it was only released one time into the game, and then people are waiting for it to hit the 20 million price point, and there's not a lot of them floating around right now because it was a harder unlock to get at the time of its release. However, if you are looking to buy this car because you think it's going to be good and that's why it's rare, you're gonna be let down because it is one of the slower Ferraris in the game. It doesn't handle incredibly well. I mean, which convertible really is that good of a car? So, but then again, there are a lot of people that just want to unlock the car to 100% complete or collect every car in the game. And if that's you, again, I'd say wait, because all these Ferraris are due to release again soon, as it has been quite a while for most of them. And when it does release, or it's in the festival playlist, people will see that and start selling this for a lot cheaper than 10 mil, because chances are that's what you're going to be paying if you go ahead and buy one right now, or you're lucky enough to see one come up in the auction house. So anyways, boys, that is gonna do it for our number 2 spot. Let's go see what number 1 has in store for us today. Now, our final car here is one that people used to auction snipe at 20 million because that's the price point it sold at until it got re-released to the game, and it was an overall seasonal one people could get for completing a certain percentage in all seasons. So when people saw that this car was no longer going to be rare, they went ahead and they sold theirs off, and that drove the price down quite a bit for this car. So I went ahead and got my hands on quite a bit, but it's the Honda NSX R GT. And this car at one point, like I said, sold for 20 million, but it's been price point down to 1.7 million and not released for quite a long time. That, combined with the fact that it was an overall seasonal objective for completing a certain amount in each season, made it so that this car was quite hard to get and quite rare. In fact, we have not seen it again since that secondary release. I believe it has only been released into the game 2 times over almost now that I think we passed a full year of Forza Horizon 5's lifespan. This car's only been seen twice, and now it's locked down at a 1.7 million price point for a Honda or car that people really seek after because of how cool it is. It's very good at racing. It's just an all-around great car. So that, combined with it being automatically rare, has made this car one of the most sought after ones on Forza Horizon 5 at the moment. It only selling for 1.7 mil also makes it so that legendary tuners and painters want to snipe it, because that means they can then sell it for a $19 million profit. As you can see, I have gotten my hands on a bunch of them. Fortunately, when they were dropping in price, I was snatching them up like I was telling all you guys to do at the moment, and I generally do things like that in my money making videos. So if you guys want to catch that and you want to make sure you have all the rare cars before they go extinct from the auction house, make sure you turn on post notifications, as I do try to upload one of those videos every single week. If you made it all the way through to the end, boys, let me know with a comment down below. As always, we'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Oh, peace.